Hello, good morning. Good morning, everyone. So, this is Dr. Firdaus. Today, our session is it's a wonderful Friday, and today is a learning day, and we're going to learn about how to reverse the heart condition, okay, with Ganoderma. Okay, it's a very interesting topic. I believe still a lot of people are tangled up with this blood issues and all. So, people may be coming up. Okay, so let them come in. Okay, my name is Dr. Firdaus. I'm a medical practitioner, okay, by profession. So, also being an emergency physician. Now, what I'm doing is for past 7 years, I'm teaching people how to retain your health in a easy way, in a very good way, how to make your food as your medicine. And this is what is been teaching people, and also showing them and how is the Ganoderma, how powerful is Ganoderma, and how we can use this Ganoderma in our daily life to sustain our health in a beautiful way. Okay, let's without wasting time, let's go into the uh, session today. So whatever I'm sharing today, this is my point of view. Okay, and a lot of people, thousands and millions of people, has been using this Ganoderma for decades of years, and this is something that we should be very proud of, and we should be blessed to have Ganoderma in our hand. Okay, because it is that powerful. There is a couple of doctors in India. Okay, they also claim that get divinity through DXN because of the Ganoderma. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so DXN and Ganoderma. Let's briefly go into the sessions and let's learn what is little info about heart. Okay, some interesting fact about heart. Okay, a lot of people don't know. You may know or you may not know. Okay, so you see here. Okay, heart is a fibromuscular part. It is just not an ordinary part. It is a very peculiar kind of, and it's totally different. That's why when the heart beat, it doesn't beat in this way. Okay, our lungs shrink and it comes back to normal. Our heart will twist, and it will rotate the uh, the blood flow into our heart. It is totally different. Okay, that's where it is a fibromuscular pump. Okay, each day it pumps out 2,000 gallons of blood, and it's never complained a day. Don't wait until you complain. Yeah. If you were to stretch the whole artery in the heart, it goes up to 60,000 miles, which can rotate the whole earth, the whole planet. The weight is approximately 1 pound. Okay, and the average size of the heart is biggest your fist. You put your fist like this. This is the size of the heart approximately, and it beats per day 115. Okay, 115,000 times daily it beats. But we do not know about this, and how many people who really love their heart. Okay, do you? So if you do, that's really great. Okay, you see, heart practically it is a organ which needs to consistently send the blood out, because the blood is the main fundamental where it provides oxygen and nutrition. So every single cells in our body, there are billions of cells in our body, and these cells need nutrition in terms of oxygen and nutrition. So this will be in the blood. So the heart is responsible to send the blood out. This is where it keeps pumping out the blood consistently, and it. This is how the heart looks like. Okay, this is the anatomy. You don't have to go into all this part to learn all this. Okay, I'm just showing for your information. Okay, today's talk is going to be very simple, very basic. Even you're not a medical person, you'll be able to understand. Heart is divided into left and right. Okay, the blue one is right, the red one is the left. So the right is always the muscles are a bit weaker, and the left side of the heart is more stronger. The muscles walls are more thicker than the right side. Okay, so the main two coronaries. This is the coronary artery, okay, which is located in the heart, and there is 4 chambers: right atrium, left atrium, and ventricle. So this is how it looks like. And then, see, this part is a little important. You just need to know a little here. So this is the lung. So where the oxygen, it is in the lungs, and the water and the oxygen, okay, the blue veins, okay, the blue one we call it veins, and the red one is artery. So the blue one will go in and take the water and the blood, okay, and then it goes back to the left heart, and then it circulates back to the entire body, and it returns back, and it keeps going on and on and on. So this is how the blood will pick the nutrition, and it keeps going and sending to all. Approximate location of the heart, it is at the mid, little on the left. Okay. And this is all the vascular vessels, the veins, the arteries. You can see all little tiny ones there. Say, for example, here, normally people when have a heart block, the arteries in these areas will be blocked, or the main one. Say, for example, you have blocks on all the tiny vessels. Definitely there will be a block. But how are you going to clear them? This is why the doctors put them on aspirin, cardiac and all these thinning agents, because that is to make sure that at least when the blood is dilated, the blood can flow to a longer distance. Okay. So all the minor vascular areas, there are a lot of tiny ones here. Okay. So this is very important. Okay. You see, the lot of cardiac issues and muscle weakness in long run is caused by the tiny vessels being blocked. We can put a stent in this area, okay, but how about the minute ones? We call it as microvascular, okay, arteries. So this is very different. Okay, there is no way they can do anything. Okay, so this is the normal artery wall. Okay. So this is the aorta, and this is the regular artery goes up to the brain. Okay, type of heart disease. We always have valve disease, okay, malfunction of valve, aneurysm, okay, rupture of artery, the aorta, one of the main ones. And then coronary artery disease, this is very common. Okay, this is more of plugging. You can see the yellow. This is very common. This can happen anywhere, not only in the heart. Wherever there is an arterial vein and then cardiac arrhythmia and heart failure due to dilation of a lot of other complications can cause heart failure, and angiomyopathy. Okay, there's a swollen of enlargement of the heart. Okay. You see, when your heart is putting too much of pressure, okay, your pressure is elevated, the heart is putting too much of pressure. After a period of time, the heart can get swollen. You see, a lot of doctors generally recommend to take hypertension table. Okay, why? To avoid this complication. Okay, to avoid this complication. So over the years, after a period of time, the heart will swollen. Okay, and there is a certain size, there is a maximum size and minimum size, right? So if it is too big, it is so sluggish, the heart, the muscles will not be strong. Okay, and the location where it's located, there is lungs, and then the bottom is stomach. So you will have difficulties on other organs. Okay, so in this way, it is a bit more difficult to hit the heart there. Okay, and then there is cardiacitis, is weakened muscle due to lack of blood flow for a period of time. So these muscles will be blocked, and that's why whenever you doing any activity, when it tends to do any activities, you will get very lethargic, or even you can get some extra pain in the heart and all these things, because the heart tends to work more, put in a more effort, and all these areas you will have problems. Either zoom. Okay, I believe the sound and everything is good there. Okay, because my side is maximum. If y'all can't hear me, put your volume a bit higher. Sorry for the interruption. Is Tulashani here? Okay, never mind. Okay. So there's no co-host today. So in case y'all have any problem, okay. Yeah, voice is not clear. Try to adjust your mic on that side. On my side is very clear. Okay. How many of you can hear me? Try to adjust your mic on that side. On my side is very clear. Okay. You see, the voice problem is on your side. Okay. Because my both side on the Zoom and also my live broadcasting is very clear. So please adjust or put a earpiece on your head. I highly recommend for those who are joining the Zoom, please get a earpiece. Okay. A earplug, earbud or something that to have this. All those who are using a laptop or iPad or whatever, okay, because the speaker is located at the back of your device, so sometimes you may not get it very clearly. Because on my side, I don't think there will be any problem on the voice. Okay, because my side I'm totally using a high tech device, would I say? Okay, so it cannot. Just I don't want any interruption while the flow is going on. Okay, so please check on your side. My live streaming sound is very clear. I just checked it as well. Okay, so let's go back to this. Okay, so sorry for the interruption, and if there is anything, please put it on chat box. I have a screen here as well. Okay, let's go back to this. Okay, there is a hypertension ratio. Okay, this is the guideline. Okay, you all have to understand. You see, hypertension is not a disease. Okay, you all have to understand this part. Hypertension is a condition which the body is alarming that you are going into a disease zone. Remember that. Okay, but a lot of people ask this question: is that a must for me to take an hypertension medication? Obviously, I would say yes, if your pressure is extremely uncontrolled. You have a pressure of 160, 170, 180 in a very young age. Okay, say your age is somewhere around, say about 30, or even 25 have high blood pressure. You see, when you have in the age of 25 or 30, you're going to have a pressure of 160. I've seen patients in that, condition. If this is not going to be, either you have to control the pressure with your medication, or you need to change your entire lifestyle, rectify immediately, and try to bring this down in both ways, taking medication and also changing the lifestyle. That is very important and it is mandatory. Okay. For those who don't care and wants to go on medication, choice is yours. Okay. Why I'm telling this is because in long run, you're going to have a bigger heart. In the age of 25, you're having a pressure of 160. Just add another 30 years in the age of 50 or 40 years added at the age of 60 or 70, you're going to have extreme complication due to the enlargement of the heart going to be extremely sluggish and you will go into a lot of complications. So due to that, this is an indication indicating that the pressure is being elevated. So many reasons why your pressure has been elevated. Okay. So I would say the main reason is for food and the lifestyle. Nowadays, people are having extreme stress lifestyle, and also people are not having enough sleep. Forever stress. Okay. And they are engaged with so much of activities, and none of them are getting a good amount of sleep, no quality sleep. And nutrition on the other side is extremely bad. Toxins is overconsumed and a lot of problems. Okay. And this causes a lot of problems. Okay. And this is how the heart plaques will form. This is the normal artery. Okay. And this is the plaque will start to obstruct here. And it will narrow down extremely and they'll cause blockage. And this is atherosclerosis. Okay. And this is where the atherosclerosis will be plugged in between your arteries, not inside the artery, in between the artery. Remember this part, in between. So after a longer period of time when there is no space, the atherosclerosis can rupture, okay, and the plaques will out and it will go in the stream and can get blocked anyway. Okay. And this is where you get immediate heart block, or it happens in the brain, you can get a stroke. Okay. And this is how another scenario, this is normal artery, this is mild atherosclerosis, and this is severe. But the Ganoderma has very high potential to remove. That is the mind-blowing part. Okay. Comes to why Ganoderma is so essential and how it can help the people who have this heart problem or those who do not have a heart problem. If you want to have a very, very healthy heart, if you are taking Ganoderma for a long time or lifetime or something like that, and that will give you a very good blood flow. This is how a Ganoderma looks like. Okay. And Ganoderma is being used as cardiac tonic in TCM for thousands of years. Thousands. Okay. And this is not something new. Okay. This is not something new. Okay. This is something been been there for long that we didn't know. How Ganoderma works is the RGGL. RG refers to the body of the mushroom, as is called Rishi Gano. GL is the root of the mushroom, which is called Ganocilium. Works on the body directly, not on the disease. So the Ganoderma do not fix the disease. Ganoderma has everything the body needs for the body to fix the disease. So you got to get this as well very clearly. A lot of people are thinking that Ganoderma fixes disease. No. Ganoderma has all the abundant nutrition where the body needs. When the body gets what he needed, and it will perform extremely fantastically. Okay. It fixes the system imbalance. We have to, you see, like when you have pressure, the body is unbalanced. So the pressure is elevating. When you balance the whole scenario, the condition of the body, the pressure will come down back. Okay. When the system is fixed, your body will fix the disease. Okay. Rg and Gl contains 400 active elements. Okay. So 400 active elements. In that 400, we can divide this 30% as water soluble element, 65% as organic soluble element, and 5% as volatile element. Okay, let's go a bit detail in. This polysaccharide component works as a cleanser, okay, and it also okay, it also can have wide varieties of function. Okay, it is like a chain. The polysaccharide is a chain, and there's many different types of polysaccharide. So this main polysaccharide can build up the rest or activate the rest of the polysaccharide. Polysaccharide is extremely important because this is something that will build the cell wall. Okay, so in that way, it helps a lot there. Okay, and also it works as a cleanser. And adenosine. You see, adenosine in cardiac department in emergency, we have it in injection form. Okay, but this adenosine is a chemical compounded adenosine, where here from the Ganoderma, you are getting the natural original adenosine. I would say this is God-made adenosine. Okay, and this is a regulator. How it works is it dilation. Okay, it dilates the blood. So a lot of people also have this question. I am already taking thinning agent. Can I take this? Yes, definitely you can. Whatever naturally comes from the food, the body knows how to use them. If you are taking 100 or 1 bottles of RGGL, your blood is not going to go very thin and then until it starts to bleed. No, it doesn't be there. It regulates. It regulates. Okay. If need thinning, if needed, if your body needed, okay, dilation, it will dilate. Or if it is too thin, it will work another way. Okay, this is how the body works here. Okay, and also it increases the circulation and increase the diameter of the blood vessel. You see, what medicine, heart medications or pressure medications do, the same thing this adenosine can do as well. Okay, and also it decreases the heart rate if cardiac, angina, angina issues, and also like people who are having panic disorder. Okay, and all that is adenosine is very important to decrease and regulate the heart rate, and that part it works very well. And platelet action, okay, it works as antiplatelet, okay, on prevention, on coagulation, so that it doesn't go too hard and things like that in terms of platelets. And this is where a lot of people have given this RCGL for dengue patients, and you see very good results, and immediately the patient, it looks like a big miracle. Okay, why? Because of this adenosine. Okay, and organic germanium is a balancer, is the immune system, it's an immune booster, you can call it, and oxygen absorption rate, it increased the oxygen absorption rate. Okay, you see, we have enough oxygen in the air, but the problem is when you inhale the oxygen, is the oxygen being absorbed by the body? That is the big question mark there. Okay, most of the time it doesn't. Okay, why? Because the system is so heavy with so much of lead, mercury, this and that, too much of unwanted toxins in the system, and this is compressing, okay, the absorption. So the cell cannot absorb, okay. That's why nowadays we put the SpO2 meter, and very rare that we get 98 or 99 on any patient, okay, because every individual even are not breathing well, and movement is so poor, they do not do any extra activities. People are getting a bit lazy now, okay, in terms of walking. Okay, they might be a very good worker, okay, they might be very good in computer, they must be very good in IT and all, but they refuse to walk. They means movement wise they become very lazy, okay. And free radicals is also, okay, and also it's good for all the other diseases as an immune. Triponoid is the bitter taste when you take it any RT, when you take it as orally. You always will have this bitter taste, and that is triponoid. It works as anti-inflammatory, okay, anti-diabetic, anti-cancer, and all these things, okay. And organ ganoderic acid, okay, this is delaying retaining. Okay, you say I highlighted that words there in red. The reason is I want this to really go into your mind and hit and stay there in your memory. Okay, you see, this is what people like. People always like to remain young. You see, that is why in DXN you see the senior leaders, okay, more than 10 years in DXN, they look the same, okay. That is because of this Ganoderma is well known for that, okay, or delaying or retaining aging, okay, your youthfulness, okay, for a longer period of time. All right. Why do we getting sick now and getting old very fast? Because our food is so bad, okay. The contamination is started when the baby is in the womb, and that's where even the DNA level already been disturbed, corrupted, okay, with too much of other interference there, okay. And what do you expect for the baby who born? Okay, so this is a lot of things which we can keep talking about. Then cutting short, okay, and also it strengthen the immune system, keeps uh, infections and all this away. You see, the polysaccharide, adenosine, organic germanium, and trypanoid. All these you can get in any food. Any food. You can get it in ginger, you can get it in onion and garlic and all. The big question mark here is, do you think all these vegetables we are buying, it is good as 50 years back? Do you have the confidence that you are getting what you got 50 years back? 101% no. The answer is no. We have the very, uh, malnutrition. The nutrition is not there. Even the people, you see, the people are eating well, so-called balanced diet, and so-called, I'm very careful with my diet, and this is more dangerous. Why? Because there are so many nutritional companies are controlling them on terms of education. This is all very poor integrated integrity. There's no integrity in the companies at all. Okay, and people have the mindset that expensive things are much better, high quality. Okay, they will spend something expensive that has to be good, and science controls them. People are drowning in the knowledge of science, which measuring with something which is unmeasurable. So all these factors is ripping your intake, where you're supposed to feed the cells with good nutrition and good oxygen, and that is being depleted. And this is where, after a period of time, you may pick up any disease. Okay? So let's go a little detail here. You see, the water soluble, the 30% and 65% and the 5% of the polysaccharide here. You see, the polysaccharide it comes under the category of water soluble. Okay, healing abilities, immune system, and all these things, oxygen absorption rate, and all. And the most important supplement of the heart muscle. Okay, and this is water soluble. Okay, organic germanium as a balancer is also on the 30% water soluble here, and the 65% is organic soluble element is adenosine. Okay, it regulates myocardia, coronary circulation function, micro and macro circulations, and everything here. Okay, this is a very important part, and the tryptophan is also the 65%. Okay, whereby the 5% very volatile, okay, an element which is ganoderic acid, the generator. Okay, and this is where the skin and all these things been built. Okay, so this is the cardiac disease. This book, okay, it is like a bible for every cardiologist department, and also for cardiologist students, and also for cardiologists. Okay, you see in this book, and this book is been keep adding in. It's been revived and revived and revived many times, and until today this book has been published. Okay, and you see what is written in this book. Okay, the educational proof for doctors, the best supplement is for cardiac as a cardiac supplement. Okay, the green algae referring to spirulina and Ganoderma lucidium, and this is what is being written there. Okay, so what kind of proof still people need? Okay, we are talking about the king of herb. Okay, you see there are a lot of people. Sometimes I see the Ayurvedic people and some TCM people and all these things. They still believe that the herbs they grow in the pot in their house, it is more superior than this Ganoderma. If at all you have this kind of idea, please, okay, you're comparing something which, like comparing a bicycle with a Lamborghini or Ferrari. Okay, but you can take this kind of herbs. Not to say no, it is okay, still okay. See, I also have a lot of mint in my house. This Mexican mint and all this, but you can add them into your coffee or tea or just a hot water. You can. There is a little, if benefits there, but it cannot compare with Ganoderma. So Ganoderma, it is something that it is a big gift for us to have in capsule form. Okay, if DXN is not here, and I definitely, even being in the medical field and being an emergency physician, I definitely wouldn't know anything about Ganoderma. So I am blessed. Okay, I feel that I'm blessed, and Ganoderma has really helped me all the way. Okay, and I am helping thousands of people now by teaching them how to change the lifestyle and also how to adopt or put Ganoderma into your life. You see, when it comes to dosage, I strongly recommend for the healthy ones, 6 pairs, 6 RG, 6 GL, which you can take 3 in the morning, 3 in the evening, or you can take 1 in the go. Doesn't matter. But for the thick ones, that based on the condition of your body, that determines, okay, until your problem is resolved. So you also can start with 1 pair. For the first week is 1 pair, and you go to the second week, you can go to 2 pair, and then you go to keep adding 2 into every week. So it become like 1, 2, 4, 8, 10, like that. Okay, or you can just go on like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The dosage is not a fixed rule. Okay, and also depends on your affordability. Okay, I would say that. But every time when I say depends on your affordability, people are taking 1 per day, 1 pair per day forever. You see, it is not that the matter of whether we can afford or not. Okay, it's just they don't want to afford it. This is another problem. If you love yourself, you got to invest, and this is something that all the precious investment which you are putting in the younger age, whoever gets Ganoderma, you see, for those in the DXN, the parents who giving the children the Ganoderma, the parents is blessed, the kids is more blessed, because I got Ganoderma in my hand when I was like 44. But how nice it would be if I get it the age of a couple of months or even when I born. So that powerful, and for me to reverse the 44 years, it is no joke. Okay. So whatever age you are getting the Ganoderma now, do not waste the precious time. Take 6 pairs, that will be good. Okay. If you can't afford, make it affordable. Work, you also can focus on the stream of income. There's another way. All right. So this is the dosage. The dosage is not fixed. You can go from 1, 2, 3, 4 or 1, 2, 4, 6, 8 like that. Or my recommended dosage for any healthy people is 6 pairs. Okay. For how long? Until we retire as a human being. Okay. Until we leave this world. Right. Obviously, it comes with a very high quality. When it comes to quality, there's no compromisation. DXN do not compromise in quality. We have all whatever is needed for a food company, more than what we need. HACCP, halal, ISO certification. We have 9001 for the lab, and we also have for the 17,000 something, and the 14,001 is an international organic farming certification for that, and also GMP. And the biggest one here is another most powerful one also is therapeutic good administration from Australia. See, to my knowledge, I've never seen any food company in Malaysia have this Australian government TGA. I don't know, maybe lately or what, I'm not aware about that. I've never seen anything. If y'all know anything, please update. Okay, maybe in the YouTube channel, you can put a message there, or can tell anybody, can even tell it here. Okay, see, this is the quality. Okay, DXN is a company not for now, or not like a couple of years back. It's been like 28 years, and we completed 28 years. We're going into 29 years. Soon we'll be 30 years. Okay, the product availabilities is more than 100, 200, 30, 40, 50, always we lost count on this. Okay, the product availability is approximately about 270 over countries. We have products. For 70 over countries, we have physical office set. Okay, we have our branches in 70 over countries. And more than 10 countries, we have our production, we have our factories. Just lately, $1 million, a couple of millions been spent in Telangana, India, to make as the international hub. Okay, and even in Indonesia we have it. You see, so the company is very well established, and they started with one product, which is Ganoderma RT alone. Now we have in Malaysia, we have more than 300 over products. Okay, coffee and all. The most beautiful part here is, you see, for those who are taking 6 pairs of Ganoderma, when you drink coffee, the coffee comes with Ganoderma. When you use the toothpaste, it comes with Ganoderma. When you use the shampoo, it comes with Ganoderma. So at the end, if you are taking the whole, okay, wholesome product from DXN, if you're taking the entire product, definitely you will be taking approximately 8 pairs of Ganoderma. Okay, and 8 to 10 pairs of Ganoderma. The balance 4, it comes from all your daily use products. We have cordyceps cereals. We have a lot of things will be added with Ganoderma. Okay. For kids, Coco Z also added with GL. So that has been a very good booster for the heart, for the brain of any child. Okay. Back in Namibia, there is some parents told me the feedback when the children's before exam they take this Ganozy. In fact, they get a better result. And the parents has noticed why the child has a better focus due to all the essential components, the 5, and that works as brain tonic, organic germanium especially. So, and also our Nutri-Z, the soya drink, it's very high in GL powder. So we cannot measure. You see, a lot of people outside there are so like calculating the portions, the calories, and also they are weighing the meat, how many ounce and this and that, and how long can you live like that? No, definitely that is not the right way of practicing. Okay, when you're hungry, you eat. When you're thirsty, you drink. When you're tired, you rest. Okay, when you're sleepy, you sleep. If you do all based on your body's requirement, definitely the death will come when it's supposed to. Now people are just jumping and cutting queue to die fast and getting the ticket much earlier. Why? Because of flooding them with these toxins and flooding them with malnutrition food. This is the cost for you to have a lot of complications. As per WHO statistic, in most probably in 6 or 7 years, what I read was like a couple of years back. I think now it's already 3 years gone, 7 years. In these 7 years, 70% of the world population is going to be cancer. 90% of the world population is going to be diabetic. What we're going to do now? So are you part of the statistic? I believe that we definitely can hit another 10 years more. If we do, and then we are part of the statistic. We want to be the cancer patient, or are we in the making of becoming a diabetic patient? Okay. So do not waste your time. That integrate this blastful product. Okay. Consume it and rejuvenate your health, and you will definitely get beautiful, mind-blowing results. Okay. So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe the channel. Okay. And let's go into the Q&A sessions now and see what we have and what are the questions we have here. Okay, thank you so much for the humble hearing. Okay, so any questions on the chat bot? Okay, or y'all can, I'll just put, since 15 people here, okay, I'll put yourself mute and unmute. Y'all can do it yourself. Y'all have any questions? If you're not using the mic, please mute it back. If you are using or you're not using, I believe you know what to do. Okay, the floor is open now. Y'all can unmute and you may ask questions. See, every single zip you take into your system has to have a purpose. See, I'm taking lemon Z with black cumin powder. It turns out to be very lovely, and add a little bit of vinaigrette honey. So this quench my thirst and also gives me a very good feeling, and it is a nutritional drink. That's how it. Yes, Chin from Pakistan, please. You have unmute yourself. You have any questions?
Assalamualaikum and good morning, PXN.
Yeah, good morning. Alaikum salam.
I have just joined it, and my connection is also not so good. But
Okay.
I still there comes a question which basically a lot of people see on the website saying that Ganoderma has contradicts with these drugs. So how do you explain them? Because what I learned here is if the INR is within the range, you do not have to worry about it. And if it goes beyond the range, then
Your line is breaking.
should be taking the drug because I'm with my that is why I'm not sure whether you can.
Okay. All right. Oh, let's answer the question. I just can't really hear your question. If you can put in the chat box, it'll be much better. So it doesn't matter. I understand what you are asking. You see, this Ganoderma, it is more safe. Okay, it is non-toxin items to the system and all, and there is no quantity. Even when you take rice, a certain amount, and that can be hazardous. You take too much of water, can cause water retention, lungs pneumonia, breathing, so much of problem. But Ganoderma, it doesn't do that because it is a regulator. It is a regulator, and that is why it's been categorized as king of herb. It is a lot of people do not know anything about Ganoderma. Okay, you got to do your own research and findings and all. Okay, when you ask doctors about Ganoderma, they know nuts about Ganoderma. But there's only a very few doctors in this world who had a study on fungus, on mycelium. And listen, if I am a doctor and I do not know anything on my area, in my jurisdiction, I will never comment or condemn or give a statement. It's my responsibility. I have to go back and know. But the problem is a lot of doctors, they think they knows everything in this whole world. That is the problem. Okay. And they refuse to know, and their mind is totally blocked when we want to share the good information. That happens a lot in Malaysia. You see, back in India, we have a couple of quite number of doctors who are involved in DXI. Okay, Annamalai University, Dr. Ranjan, there's so many doctors. Okay, they're involved because they can see and they learned why Ganoderma is so powerful. Back in, a doctor from India itself now is in Nigeria, Dr. Ipan Koshe, is a surgeon, a facial cranial surgeon, and he claims that, attain divinity through the exam. Why? Because the surgery, which any surgeon who perform a surgery on a patient, you need to have a good mass or good flow, a good structure in the body to have the ability of recovering. But how many patients, why the mortality is so high, the ratio is so high after a surgery? Because the patient do not have the ability to recover. And that is the problem. And where do you get this? The surgeon is a good surgeon, he's already done the best part. But you do not have a good mass to have a good recovery. You see, this is all the nutritional side of the side, Okay. I don't want to go too much into this. Okay. When you want to ask about food, don't ask doctors. I would say that. Not all doctors knows about food. Very, very little ones, and they have, upgraded and learned on their own. And that few doctors are there. And refer to the right one. Okay. Sometimes this Ganoderma is meant for the blessed. So even how much you tell, they will never refuse to take it. So sometimes it feels so pity, but we can't do anything. We can't save everyone. So who grabs it fast and who trusts and who takes it, they get it much better. Because at some point of time, it's so hard to talk to people who are very well educated. They have a lot of skills, mind block. If you talk to any of the uneducated, they do not think much about it. The only question they ask, is it good, sir? Yes, it is good. It's good for me. It's good for you. Okay, sir, I'll try this. Simple. If you ask another very well educated science guy or something, he'll ask you what is the active component and how much is it, what percentage is it, what is this, what is that, 1001 things. If he's drinking a brandy, he will never ask what is the active component of this. Even if he's taking, prota, all this kind of junk food and low grade, nobody asks any questions on, what is the active component of this. No. This is the not. Why you have active component in certain things? It's because the medications are totally different. It's very high risk. So that's why the risk is being calculated. Okay. I never say medicine is not good. Medicine is a mind-blowing discovery, okay, for emergency purpose. But now it's became a dollar sign and a lot of misleading things is going on. We don't want to go into that. So give your best option and give your best advice to all your people. Let them watch this video. If it is blessed for them, it's meant for them, and they will take it. If not, how can we go and help? So look at the chat bot. Okay, Ganoderma contradicting with blood thinner. Never. It's never contradicting with blood thinner. We have a lot of heart patients. I don't know today they are online or not, because today a couple of heart patients, they are living very healthy for 5-7 years. Okay, today they all are stuck with this flood cleaning up stuff, so they are not here. Okay, Ganoderma is an adaptogen. Yes, that one is written there is an adaptogen. Okay, it meaning that it's modulated, it's regulated. Okay, so you can take 1 tablet, 2 tablets, you can take 1 bottle. Doesn't matter. Okay, and this is how it works. Okay, so people has to understand, and there's no contradicting at all. In fact, the Ganoderma, the RGL, helps a lot of side effects from the drug. And you see, drug is sometimes it's very essential. You need to take them. Okay, because they are a targeted therapy. But what you're going to do for the side effects comes from the drug. The Ganoderma can help you. Okay, we have a lot of patients who have to take allopathy medication for 15 to 20 years. They have taken both together, Ganoderma and the allopathy medication, and these patients has very good result, and they do not have any further complications like kidney. Okay, the renals are so good, all the outputs, and in fact they have been progressing. Okay, and the number of medication is decreasing after a period of time. You see, this is what we want. We don't want to keep adding on number of medication, and the condition of the patient is deteriorating. Okay, and that obviously the patient is not progressing in any way if the number of medication is increasing and the condition of the body is decreasing, and that is no progress. So this, when you take it together, integrate both together, so the number of medications will drop, the quality of the patients will increase, and that is progress. And this is what people want. That's why there are a lot of doctors in this world adopting ganotherapy as a revolutionary therapy into their field. And I would say, if there are any doctors here listening to this, integrate your practice with ganotherapy. It will be a mind-blowing results for your patient. Okay? Yeah. Dr. Lim has answered this question many times. Okay, we are not condemning any of the therapies, any of the sectors, any of the medications. Every areas have their expertise. Okay, but all need. The thing is, they need to integrate, and we can work even much better. So when you want to integrate, everybody wants to flex their muscle, claiming they are the best. So that is the problem. All right. So, and any more questions? If no questions, we would like the testimony. Yeah, but there is any testimonies would anybody wants to share that you are taking Ganoderma with your blood thinning agent? Anyone like that? Yusnida, do you have anything to say? Any testimony for heart patients or what?
Dr. Firdaus, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Maybe you would like to share about Dr. Ranjan.
Yeah, is he here? No, right?
No, he's not here
Okay.
because he has mentioned that a few times, right, in our sessions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Would you like to share?
I think, Doc, maybe it's better for you to share.
Okay,
because
sure. No problem.
you know
Okay.
better.
Okay.
Coming because this is like she's asking the question from a medical person, and we know Dr. Ranjan is also a cardiologist in
Yes.
India,
Yeah.
and you know what yeah.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
I will.
Passing the
Yeah.
baton over to you.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, thank you. Um, you see, there is also a lot of videos. Session told me there is one of a patient is very confused. Okay, and they went and did some googling and all these things. Okay, and for their understanding that cannot taken together. Okay, you see, Google back. You see, googling is a technique. If you put what you want, and that's what you want. If you put you want side effect, it'll give you the side effect. Okay, I'll tell you another thing. The DXN is going to be 29 years in the market. Okay. If you put DXN scam, it will come out. DXN is a scam company, it will come out. Okay, because you asked whether there's anybody has given or think that DXN is a scam. So in billions of people in this whole world, there's somebody can think like that, right? But how can a scam company is going on? If anyone go and Google in such way, and that you might read that one thing that you might think, oh, it's a scam. Yes, if you go and you put that DXN is a scam or not scam, it will say it's a scam. Because there's some people who do not understand this have said that it's a scam, but when I read, I don't see anything there. The same thing. There are tons of materials on Ganoderma on heart patients, and Ganoderma is also the heart tonic. Is written, and I showed you in the book of cardiologist book. Is all this is written, and there is a cardiologist in India, Dr. Ranjan. You put there Dr. Ranjan in YouTube, Dr. Ranjan DXN, it will come out. Listen to all the videos what he's talking. Dr. Lim Seojin is you written there. Go and listen to all this. Okay. What else can I give you? Some more examples to convince you. You see, I always tell my downlines and my members and my other friends and doctors, you do not go extra mileage to convince anybody. Don't convince them. Okay? You tell them what we have. You decide whether you want to come abroad. If you want to come abroad, like for an example, you are taking a flight. Do they sit and convince that, you have to convince you that they will not crash? No. They will tell we have all the safety measures. We have done, a pilot is good, everything. We have never crashed before, sir. So if you think you okay, you fly. If you think you're not okay, you don't fly with us. Doesn't matter. Okay. And this is how it should go. Okay. You do your own findings. If at all, my number is at bottom there. If you need any further clarification or what, you always can come back. Sometimes you see when we explain too much, what exactly do they want? Yes, Dr. Puan?
Yeah, Doc, I'm just going to read without mentioning the person's name.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm just going to read the text I received with the same question that I asked a medical doctor,
Mm-hmm.
A few years ago. Okay, I'm just going to read his reply
Mm-hmm.
without mentioning his name. Okay.
Okay.
So what he said here
Mm-hmm.
was, I asked him, does it mean it is okay to take Ganoderma and blood thinning drugs
Mm-hmm.
on a daily basis?
Mm-hmm.
So his reply was, I have been taking it
Mm-hmm.
together with my blood thinning medicine for the last 16 years.
Yes.
And he's a medical doctor.
Yeah. Mm. Yes, there is nothing will happen. Okay.
Just sharing,
Yeah, thank you,
one.
thank you so much. See, the people who know about this, some, but at certain extent, you need to believe. Okay, so sometimes people will not believe. That is their choice. Okay, that's why I always tell Techin, from Pakistan, he will go out of a way, okay, to help people. And always, some people they have to learn things on their own. They have to trust and they have to come up. Okay, yes, so many people are taking it. Doctors are taking it. Okay, but there are only a few will get benefited. Okay, so you can take a, this happens one from one leader in India. Okay, there's somebody that's bought this Ganoderma and a very complicated patient. They have taken that, and that patient after a period of time he passed away. So in fact, this guy, coincident he was in that area. They took him to that place, and they said he died because of eating this. So he don't know what to do. He was alone there, and he don't know how to come out of the situation. He don't know how to explain. And all these people in a different language. What he did, he took all the Ganoderma in that bottle and he added the RGGL, everything is swallowed. Then he said, he had only one, right? And he died. I'm eating all and see whether I die. So everybody got a shock and they said, wow, you see. And this product has been like, been used very widely, so many. I have given this product to my family and my daughter, okay, since the day she born. After 1 hour she born, I'm giving her RGGL spirulina. And until today, they are taking it. One is two, one is going to be six. Yeah, one is six, one is two. And both of them are taking. Okay. And not a bit. They take easily. I take about 6 to 12 sometimes. It fluctuates my ratio. Spirulina, I take about 50. Okay. But the other children takes about like 10 to 20 spirulina. Okay. And RGGL, they also take. Okay. So how do you think all these people are not human beings? And the blood is not going to dilate? No, it will never. But you cannot give your blood thinning agent to anybody else. And that will can cause problems. But this Ganoderma, RT and JL, you can give it to anybody. A 1 hour old baby, infant can take this. That's why there's a proverb for Ganoderma, from womb to tomb. Okay? I don't think I have to, like give so much of, explanation until I should convince. I always tell no. Why should I go beyond my capacity to convince you? If you trust me, come. If you don't trust, it's okay. That much you get. That's all I'll say. It may sound very rude or what, I don't know. If it does sound rude, I'm very sorry. Like when you want to fly, can you go and ask the airline, say, hey, can you convince me that you will never crash? Sir, no, sir. This is what you have. If you trust, you fly. If you don't trust, there's so many other airlines, sir, please go, no. We have millions of people are flying with us. Nobody has asked this question. Why do you? And why do we have to? Simple. All right. All right. I think we'll end this here. It's pretty long already. So, anybody got anything to say? No, I guess. So, I believe that you all got the information. You see, to reverse the heart condition, Ganoderma will be the right tool, okay, to support the condition of the system. Your body is your best doctor. So when your body gets the right nutrition, it can rebuild and develop a beautiful heart again. The reason why the body fails is to malnutrition and toxin. So that Ganoderma can help your body to repair. All right. So thank you so much for all the humble souls who are hearing to this. So please share this video to all your friends or your loved ones, so that they will really use this. And also don't forget to subscribe the channel. Okay, so bye bye. I'll see you again. Bye.